BTS News. South Korea's entertainment world is once again rocked by a surprise that was never predicted before. In an increasingly rapid and unstoppable flow of information, a document touted as Hybe'S secret document suddenly circulated in limited circles and immediately seized the attention of BTS fans around the world. The contents of the document allegedly contained major decisions involving two of BTS's most highlighted members, namely Park Jimin and Jungkook. This news first emerged when several ARMY fan community accounts began uploading pieces of information that led to Hybe labels' internal documents. It didn't take long for various speculations to emerge from decisions about the future of the duo's solo careers to their alleged involvement in a major collaborative project that has never been revealed to the public. It is undeniable that Jimin and Jungkook are two names that have tremendous appeal, both individually and as part of BTS. The relationship between the two, which often becomes a heated discussion among fans, now seems to have a bright spot from the leaked document. But what exactly does Hybe's secret document contain? And what kind of major decisions have been made regarding them? According to an anonymous source claiming to be one of Hybe's longtime internal staff, the document includes a personal evaluation report, a roadmap for future projects, as well as a promotion strategy that will run until 2026. In it, the names of Jimin and Jungkook are specifically mentioned as the centerpiece of two big plans: an international project and the expansion of personal branding that is separate from the BTS name, but remains in the shadow of the group's global power. The document states that Hybe is preparing strategic steps to build two new entities that will be fronted by Jimin and Jungkook, respectively. This does not mean that they will leave BTS, but that they will have a platform entirely dedicated to personal development, from music to fashion to movies. Jimin, who has been known for his stage aura and emotional depth, will be focused in more experimental artistic projects and oriented towards Europe and South America. Jungkook, who has global appeal and genre-crossing capabilities, will be focused on the North American and Japanese markets with music projects curated exclusively by the world's top producers. The most interesting of the document is one paragraph touted as the key to major decisions. This paragraph reads that based on the analysis of the last 6 years, the dynamics between P.J.M. and J.J.K. shows a high level of synergy potential that can go beyond group boundaries. Therefore, the board of directors approved the launch of Project Lumen and Project Nox as the two main axes of brand expansion 2025 to 2026. Those words immediately sparked a commotion. Does Project Lumen refer to Jimin? And Project Nox refers to Jungkook? If so, then this is the first time Hybe has explicitly prepared an exclusive track for two BTS members with separate strategic code names and roadmaps. Not only fans were surprised. Entertainment industry analysts began to take this issue seriously. According to Choi Hyun-suk, an analyst at the Korean Creative Industry Institute, this move is not only strategic but also bold. He mentioned that if it is true that Jimin and Jungkook will have their own units, then Hybe is actually forming two new mega brands that will stand on top of BTS's legacy. Equally interesting. The document also mentions that there is a special clause on the relationship and emotional attachment between these two artists that must be maintained in promotional projects. This, of course, makes many people wonder, what is emotional attachment? Is it just a marketing strategy? Or does it really show that the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook is the main basis for the success of their synergy? In a brief interview conducted by a Japanese media outlet, a Hybe representative declined to provide immediate comment, but acknowledged that they have always planned for the artist's future with a deep concern for personal strength and authentic emotional connection. This makes speculation even wilder that Jimin and Jungkook's relationship is more than just group mates. They may be supporting each other, encouraging each other, and complementing each other in ways that even the company can't ignore. Many ARMY then dig back various moments of their togetherness, both on stage and behind the scenes. Snippets of videos when Jungkook secretly watches Jimin during rehearsals, moments when Jimin gently embraces Jungkook in difficult times, or even when they laugh together in a live broadcast, all come back into discussion, as if all of them were small hints of the big direction that was now beginning to unfold. However, behind all the enthusiasm and speculation, there are also concerns. Many fans began to question, will this decision split BTS? Will too much individual development obscure the essence of the group that has been so solid and intact? Hybe'S seems to be well aware of this, because at the end of the document there is an affirmation that all individual projects will still be within the large umbrella of BTS, and that all individual activities are complementary, not substitutions. But will this be enough to calm the hearts of the fans? Interestingly, some observers actually see that this document is clear evidence that BTS is in an era transition. If before they were symbols of group unity, now they will also be representations of the strength of individuals who remain in synergy. This could be a new example in the K-pop industry, where groups no longer have to sacrifice solo success, but can instead grow side by side. From the side of Jimin himself, his traces in artistic projects during this time are very noticeable. Her solo debut with the album Face has proven that she is able to stand out on the world stage with her unique style and emotions. While Jungkook, with Golden, has opened a new chapter in his career as a global pop singer. So it is not surprising that both are now directed to building their own personal empires, but with complementary foundations. Not only that, this secret document also mentions the possibility of Jimin and Jungkook's involvement in acting. It is mentioned that Hybe is working with major studios in Japan and Europe for a short film project that will be played directly by these two artists. The film was touted not only as a form of career expansion, but also a means to portray the story of the journey and friendship of two artists in the face of the world. The world is waiting too. What will happen next? Will Project Lumen and Nox really be realized in the near future? And how did Jimin and Jungkook react when they read the ARMY's reaction to this leak? To be sure, this tension and curiosity is now the pulse of the BTS fandom dynamics. Every fan is now closely monitoring Jimin and Jungkook's every move, hoping that whatever big decision is taken, it will not diminish the bond they have formed for more than a decade. As of this writing, Hybe has yet to release an official statement. But behind their silence, the world seems to have understood one important thing. There is nothing ordinary in the lives of Jimin and Jungkook. Their every move is history. Each of their decisions is a symbol of changing times. And if it is true that the content of this document leads to major changes, then we are all witnessing a new round of a legend that has not yet been written. A story of two stars that run parallel, sometimes in silence, sometimes in bright lights, but always together in the same universe. BTS.Army, stand by. This journey has just begun. But behind the media spotlight and global admiration for Jimin and Jungkook's new career direction as laid out in Hybe's confidential documents, there is a much deeper wave of emotion rolling in the hearts of their loyal fans. It's not just about curiosity and enthusiasm, but also unspoken fear that perhaps what has always been considered an unshakable bond between BTS members is slowly beginning to be tested by time, distance, and personal ambition. Many are trying to find out where exactly this document was leaked from. There are allegations that this leak is not an accident. A number of corporate communications observers said that this leak may be part of a phased public relations strategy, or what is known as a controlled leak. That is, the company deliberately leaked part of the information to gauge the public's response before actually announcing the official decision.